it what you want. Call it what you want. Call it what you
want. What's up, everybody? Once again, I got another one for y'all. And today's topic is going to be the 33% rule. Now, this is new for y'all, so pay attention. Pay attention real close to what I'm about to share with y'all. The 33% rule, man. First point about the 33% rule is we all have levels of influence. So let me explain that to you right quick. You know, levels of influence, what I mean by that is we are all in a very unique position. Every single human being is in a very unique position because we're in a position to not only be influenced, we have the ability to be the influence, you know, on others or on individuals, on whatever it may be. So it's important for all of us to recognize this because whatever influences you is going to dictate how you behave, which influences others. So this means surround yourself with good people, surround yourself around good environments, surround yourself around positive things, progressive things, because those things that will influence you, you will then have an influence on passing it down. You know, the dissemination of influence matters. The dissemination of experiences matter. Because it's like the quote, hurt people. And that's a reality in a lot of situations. Because of how someone was influenced, they themselves are having a particular impact or influence on others. So, key people, levels of influence. Always pay attention to levels of influence. What influences you, what impacts you, will eventually be a tool of yours, an asset of yours to influence and impact others. Second point, your circle of influence. Now this is a little bit different from levels of influence. Your circle of influence is actually your own circle of influence. So what does that mean? Everybody has friends, families, close loved ones that are in our inner circles of, you know, camaraderie, familiarity, whatever it is. These circles of influence, it gives us the ability to gauge where we are in our lives. Hence, the middle of the circle starts with you, the individual. If you were to stand and extend your arms out, your circle of influence extends just a few more feet past the length of your arms. So what that means is that once an individual or a group enters your circle of influence, you are automatically impacted by their energy. You are automatically impacted by what they have to offer and vice versa. It's important to recognize this because we live in a world that's full of energy. We are made up of energy ourselves. So if we don't recognize our circle of influence and how we are impacted once certain individuals enter our circles of influence, our realms of existence, and then we enter theirs, we are never going to know how they impact us. Because it's like going to point one. You can have a certain level of influence, right? You can be influenced by another, but then recognizing that influence, recognizing the effects that that influence has on you is also important. Because it may not be native and may not be the norm to your normal circle of influence. You know, you might implement certain things into your circle of influence that can be useful, that can be assets, that can be tools in order for you to help and impact others, or in order for you to help or better understand someone who is quote unquote above you, quote unquote someone who has influenced you enough so for you to see them as a mentor. Third point, last point. Now this is about 33% rule, y'all, right? So one has to be very open-minded with all of this. Always realize that you have people watching over you.
Call it what you want.
I'm saying,
What you want.
may it be friends, may it be families, may it be mentors, may it be advisors, may it be guides, may it be your ancestors, may it be, some godly angels floating around out there. You always have people looking out for you. You always have people watching over you, and you always have people aiming for your best interest. But that's only if you're aiming for your best interest. The way life works is, for those who bring value to others, they will be protected from evil deeds. But the key word there is bringing value to others. If you're doing good, if you're doing well, if you know you're living a positive existence, there are forces, there are energies out there that want you to succeed. They want you to follow through. They want you to get what you want. But only if you're working towards it. Only if you're pushing towards it. Only if you're making it happen for yourself. Because they know how much work it takes. They know how much one desires something. And I'm talking about people in the physical and people in the metaphysical. Those who bring values to others will be protected from evil deeds. The 33% rule, people. Know what's above, know what's below, so you can create your path to success.
Call it what you want. Call it what you want.
Accelerate your life, people.